Wait, what if I told you that a simple move, one form, one decision could lock your property tax bill for life? And most seniors have no idea it even exists. Imagine waking up every year knowing your property tax will never go up again. No surprises, no stress, no fear of being priced out of the home you spent your life building. Sounds unreal, right? But for many seniors across the US, this is not only real, it's already happening. And today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how it works, why it exists, and how you or someone you care about can take advantage of it before it's too late. Let me start with a story. A retired couple in their early 70s had been living in the same home for over 30 years. They bought it when prices were low, raised their kids there, and planned to spend the rest of their lives in that house. But over time, their neighborhood became more valuable. New homes, new businesses, rising demand. And with that, their property taxes kept increasing. At first, it was manageable. Then it got uncomfortable. Eventually, it became overwhelming. They weren't moving. They weren't earning more. Their income stayed fixed, but their tax bill didn't. This is something millions of seniors are facing right now. Property values go up, and so do property taxes. But retirement income doesn't grow the same way. And that creates a dangerous gap. Now here's where things get interesting. There are specific programs, often called property tax freezes, caps, or senior exemptions, that can literally stop your property tax from increasing once you qualify. That means the amount you pay today could be the amount you pay forever. And no, this isn't some hidden trick. It's a legal, government-approved benefit. But the truth is, many people never apply. Why? Because no one explains it clearly, or they assume they don't qualify, or they simply don't know it exists. So let's break it down in the simplest way possible. A property tax freeze basically locks in the assessed value of your home or the tax amount at the time you qualify. From that point forward, even if your home value goes up, your tax bill stays the same, or grows at a very limited, controlled rate. Think about that for a second. If your home value doubles over the next 10 years, but your tax stays the same, you're saving thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars over time. And here's the key point. These programs are usually designed specifically for seniors. Most states offer some form of this benefit if you meet certain criteria. Typically, you need to be above a certain age, often 65 or older, and in many cases, there are income limits. But here's something people don't realize. Even if your income is slightly above the limit, there are often ways to qualify through deductions, exclusions, or different program variations. That's why it's so important not to assume anything. Let me explain how this works in real life. Let's say your current property tax is $3,000 per year. Over the next decade, due to rising home values, that could increase to $5,000 or even $7,000 annually. But if you qualify for a freeze today, you might stay at $3,000 for the rest of your life. That's not just savings, that's financial security. And for many seniors, that difference is what allows them to stay in their home instead of being forced to sell. Now, before we go deeper, if you're finding this helpful, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps more people discover this kind of information, especially those who might need it the most. Alright, let's keep going. There are a few important things you need to understand if you're considering a property tax freeze. First, timing matters more than you think. Most programs don't automatically enroll you. You have to apply, and in many cases, there's a deadline. Miss that deadline, and you might have to wait an entire year. Second, the benefit usually applies only to your primary residence. That means the home you actually live in, not rental properties or vacation homes. Third, once you're in, you typically need to stay compliant. That could mean filing a simple renewal form each year or confirming that your income still qualifies. Now here's something that surprises a lot of people. Some states don't just freeze taxes, they reduce them significantly before freezing them. That means your bill could actually go down. and then stay there. But again, it all depends on where you live. In some states, the freeze applies to school taxes only. In others, it covers the full property tax bill. And in a few places, it works more like a cap limiting how much your taxes can increase each year instead of freezing them completely. So the exact benefit varies, but the concept is the same: protection against rising costs, protection against losing your home, protection against uncertainty. Now let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes people make. They wait too long. They think, I'll look into it next year, or it's not that bad yet. But here's the problem. Property taxes don't usually go down, they go up. And the longer you wait, the higher your starting point becomes. If you lock in your taxes at $4,000 instead of $3,000, that's a difference you'll feel every single year. So earlier is almost always better. Another important point: some programs are retroactive, but many are not. That means you might not get credit for the years you missed. Now let's address a concern that comes up often. People worrying that freezing their property tax might affect the value of their home, or create complications if they decide to sell. In most cases, it doesn't. The benefit usually stays with you, not the property. So if you sell the home, the new owner doesn't inherit your frozen tax rate. And if you move, you may need to reapply in your new location. Some states allow you to transfer the benefit, but that's not universal. So it's always important to check the specific rules where you live. Now let's go back to something I mentioned earlier, the emotional side of this. Because this isn't just about money. It's about peace of mind. It's about knowing you won't be forced out of your home because of something you can control. It's about stability in a stage of life where stability matters more than ever. And honestly, that's priceless. I've seen situations where seniors were paying off their mortgage, living responsibly, doing everything right, but still struggling because of rising property taxes. And then one simple application changed everything. Same home, same income, but a completely different level of comfort. Now you might be wondering, how do you actually get started? The first step is simple. Look up your local property tax office or county assessor's website. Search for terms like senior property tax freeze, homestead exemption, or tax relief for seniors. You'll usually find a page with eligibility requirements and application forms. If it feels confusing, that's normal. Don't hesitate to call their office. These programs exist to help you, and most offices are willing to guide you through the process. And if you're helping a parent or relative, this could be one of the most valuable things you do for them this year. Because again, this isn't just a small discount. For some people, this is the difference between staying and leaving. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one thought. The system doesn't always advertise these benefits loudly. Not because they're hidden, but because it's up to you to take the step. And the people who do are often the ones who benefit the most. So don't ignore this. Don't assume it doesn't apply to you. And if you found this information useful, drop a comment below and let me know, have you heard about property tax freezes before? Or is this your first time learning about it? Also, share this video with someone who might need it: a parent, a neighbor, a friend. You never know whose life this could change. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.